Hey YouTube, so this is going to be my new project. I'm going to tear up my grass and I'm going to do a stonescape landscape. So it's going to be a multi-step process where first step is I have to tear up all of the grass, and then I'm going to do a stone pattern of two different colors to get rid of the grass. The grass looks good, but every year, it seems no matter how much I water it, once it starts getting hot around the end of June, everything dies and then it looks like crap, and I fight it every year. I'm tired of it. So I'm going to get rid of it there, and I'm also going to get rid of the grass here, and I'm going to put some landscape. So this is the beginning of the project. Let's see how we do. All right, YouTube. So I started my project from my front yard. And the first step was to rip up all the sod, which I have everything in a pile. I'm in the process of getting rid of the pile now, bagging everything up. This is always a really tough part. It's just not hard to do, just very labor intensive. So this is the part you always want to, if you can talk a couple of friends into helping you, maybe buy a couple of beers and get them to help you. It certainly makes life easier, because this is always the roughest part. So I'm going to clean this up, and then we're going to start the next piece of this project. Hey YouTube, welcome back to my project. So I got everything bagged up. I don't have it all gone yet, but I do at least have everything bagged up. It took a whole lot of bags. Took a couple of trips to the dump, and I still got a lot more to get rid of. But at least that part is bagged up and done. Now I'm starting to, the first thing I'm going to do is build a little retaining wall here. So I'm putting together my weed block. I'm putting down my retaining wall, which is going to hold my stone behind it. So I got a couple of them lying down. I'm just figuring out, making sure, or trying to make everything as level as possible. So I'll continue with this, and let's see how we do. Okay, so my front little retaining wall is coming out pretty good. As we're moving along, basically what I'm doing is I'm putting weed block under it, because it'll hold down the weed block a little bit better as I go along. Not mortaring this in, which I'm sure I'm going to get comments. You know, I can usually predict a lot of the comments that I get. A lot of people are going to ask, well, if you don't put down a mortar base, is it going to sink? It may a little bit. I've done this a bunch of times before. I could always refill it and move it around with a little bit of dirt. It's not permanent, so it's not really a problem for me. You could certainly put mortar in. It's a lot more work, but so far this is coming out pretty good. You'll be able to see as we go along what my full plan is, and I think it's going to come out pretty good when I'm done. Anyway, keep on watching and let's see how we do. Okay, so I have my retaining wall done, and I think it came out pretty good. I actually need one block for the corner. I'm short one, but I'll pick that up. That's no big deal. But this part came out good. So far I'm very happy with it. Next part of this project is going to be to put down the weed block, and then I have to put up the edging that's going to divide up my areas. So that'll be my next step. Okay, I'm almost ready to call it a night. Basically what I did was I took my edging that I'm going to use for the stone, and I laid it out. I can't put it all the way around because I'm actually going to try and have the truck back up right here, right in front of me, and dump the stone. And then I'm going to wheelbarrow it from here just to make it easier, so I'll put in the last piece when I'm done. But basically what I'm going to do is, this is going to be the edge pattern of the stone. It'll make more sense once I start filling it in. Anyway, to be continued. All right, so I got my first color, and I've started to spread it out. You'll be able to see a lot more what it's going to look like in just a little bit. Hopefully I ordered the right amount. I guess we'll see. All right, YouTube, I got my first color laid out, and so far it's coming out pretty good. Don't mind the noise. Landscape is across the street. I'm not going to let him stop me or bother me, but basically, so I put out the one color. As you can see, now I'm going to put a second color. I'm going with a red stone in the middle here, and I think the contrast is going to be nice. Once it's all done, you'll see. But so far it's coming together. I'm pretty happy with it. But this is enough work for one day. Okay, folks, another day, Another stone delivery. So almost ready to get started. Just in case I forget to tell you at a later time, each delivery was 3.5 yards of stone, so it's a total of 7 yards for this project. Okay, so I just finished putting out my second color. I actually have a little more stone that I have to that I have left over. I'm going to wind up using that around the side of my house, but that's no big deal. But besides that, this project is basically done, and I think it came out pretty good. I'm very happy with it. You know, no more lawn in the front for me to deal with, and I have to deal with it dying when it gets hot. So I think this is pretty good. I'm pretty happy with everything overall. So I think this hardscape landscape project came out pretty good. Anyway, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Maybe check out some of my other videos. Have a great day.